Good evening. My name is Brian Haggerty. I'm the chair of the El Paso Community College Board of Trustees. Welcome to tonight's meeting. I'd like to also invite everybody on the internet that's at home who is bored for the evening that would like to watch in on us is www.youtube.com/user/go-EPCC. And before we get started, could we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right. Belle, could you call the order, please?
Mr. Uxer.
Here.
Mrs. Robles.
Here.
Ms. Nájera.
Here.
Mr. Mendez.
Here.
Mrs. Moy.
Here.
Dr. Graham.
Here.
Mr. Haggerty.
Here.
Item 1.4, approval of minutes. There is none. Item 1.5, welcome to guests and staff members. Item 1.6, open forum. There is none. Section 1.7, presentations by individuals, groups, and organizations. Item 1.7.1, the Veterans Resource Center and the Student Veterans of America, SVA chapter will provide a presentation on recent initiatives supporting student veterans, including the Student Veterans of America Regional Summit, the Austin Roundtable with SVA, and Hiring Our Heroes, powered by Google, and the Leadership Institute.
Good evening, Judge Haggerty, Chair, board members, President Serrata, everyone in attendance. My name is Carl Dwyer. I am your director of the Veterans Resource Center here at EPCC. And tonight, what we want to do is just come up and give you an update on some of the things that are going on, some of the great initiatives we have here at the college that we are launching and trying to improve the experience for our military affiliated students here at the college. I'll be joined by the president of our Student Veterans of America chapter, Mrs. Crystal Martinez, a Navy veteran herself. She's joined by a couple of her fellow peers, Mr. Aguilar, who was a Marine Corps veteran, and Mrs. Maddie Mays, who was an Air Force dependent. These are a few of the things that I'd like to highlight and talk about. Since the VRC reopened back in January of 2025, it already seems like it was years ago with the number of things that we're done and we're trying to do. We're proud to announce that we now have 2 full-fledged Veteran Resource Centers, one at the Valverde campus and one at the Trans Mountain campus. And both of those resource centers can offer and operate and conduct the same level of service to our students at both locations. So whatever they need at TM, we have a veteran resource specialist dedicated there full-time, 5 days a week, just as we've always had at VV. You'll hear later on in some of the good news about the Veteran Voices program, which is coming back. Dr. Serrata will report that under the good news section. I'm happy to say that, and I want to first of all thank you all for approving the budget and putting funding behind that program so that we could bring it back and offer it to our military affiliated students and also the community. It will be coming back under a new name. We will be rebranding it. It will be called Stories of Service, but it will be an improved facilitated discussion program, and the vets and the discussion leaders are excited about getting that started here within the next few weeks. We're doing a lot of things also for post-education success, namely with employment and employment workshops. Glad to report that we are the first school that has signed an agreement and actually conducts on-campus transition training for military veterans and the community, resume writing, job search techniques, interview skills, questions, and things like that. So that falls under the Department of Labor program, and EPCC was the first school across the nation that actually started doing that initiative. There are many other things that I could stand up here all night and talk about, but I think there's a football game tonight. The Ravens are playing, so I'm not going to keep you all too long. But one of the things that we're most proud of is that what we tried to do and what we're trying to do is amplify the voice of the student veteran. It's one thing for me to come up here and talk to you all and tell you what I think and my staff, but what we really want to hear from is those that we serve each and every day as they pursue their education. So with that being said, I am going to turn it over to our chapter president, Mrs. Crystal Martinez, and she's going to update you on some of the things that this chapter has done since its reestablishment last year. Happy to report that this chapter was second place amongst all chapters this year, and they've already thrown down the gauntlet and told all the other chapters that we're gunning for #1 again this year. So challenge has been issued, and with that, no further ado, I give you Ms. Crystal Martinez.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for having me here. My name is Crystal Martinez, and today I want to share with you what the Student Veterans of America chapter here on campus is doing to transform and support our military-affiliated population. I wanted to begin by sharing with you all what the National SVA is and what we do with them. So there is a network of about 1,600 different chapters across all 50 states and now in 3 countries. And what they do to service us is providing us with essential advising centers from business professionals in the world that are also alumni to the Student Veterans of America nationally. They also provide us with programs that we are able to participate in, and from those programs, they gather research that we're able to then bring back to our schools to advocate for the things that we like and the things that we need as a population. Moving on to those programs, as I said, I will be going over 3 of them that I was able to participate in, and one that we have a goal of taking 6 students and 1 advisor to in January. I want to focus on the advocacy and policy. As Student Veterans of America, they do push us to advocate for legislation and policy change to improve our academics while we're pursuing higher education. And they also provide us with research. When we gather in these different programs, they use us to gather research to be able to provide when we go places like Washington during Washington Week, which I will be briefing you on in the next slide, or the slide after. So SVA seeks to address a few things. I want to go over the challenges first. So college assistance, affiliation and support, which is what I want to focus on. Having a Student Veterans of America chapter here on campus gives us that affiliation and that support that we need to feel that sense of belonging on campus, as many military-affiliated people on campus are coming from a post-career, and we are entering into a educational system for higher education amongst people who are not of the same category as ourselves, younger, we've had families, we've had a career, and we want to pursue our education, so this provides us that sense of belonging. For the vision of SVA nationally, like I said, it gives us that sense of belonging and that representation on campus. The benefits of having an SVA chapter overall for me help me to understand personally, I would say is really I want to hammer into you all the sense of belonging and that meaningful community and support. Myself personally, I did not find the Veterans Resource Center for about 1.5 years while I was on campus. And from the moment I found it, I have been able to develop myself through personal and professional growth to the position where I'm at today, presenting in front of you all to show you the magnitude of reestablishing a Veterans Resource Center and establishing a chapter with student veterans can do for a student. They also assist us with networking, which I've also been able to do, and resources in my academics and finding a career in the future. The programs that they have for us are Washington Week. We missed the deadline for that one. We had just established our chapter. We had a goal of going. It was during March. But I was, however, able to participate in the Student Veterans for Success Roundtable that was hosted in Austin, Texas. I was invited by the National SVA to participate in that. We were also able to participate in the regional summit that was held in Southern California, where we were able to take 3 students and 1 advisor, as well as the Leadership Institute. I applied And among about 1,000 students, I was selected with 100 other students across the nation to participate in that Leadership Institute. Our goal is the NatCon, National Conference, that is going to be hosted in January. It is the largest gathering of veteran and military-affiliated population anywhere in the world. They also hold college visits where the people that are employed by SVA come along with the President Jared to see our chapter, what our campus is about, and what we've done with our chapter. Moving on to the exciting news, we were able to participate in regionals. Like I said, there are a few photos of us enjoying ourselves. On the left, you see our community event where we were able to go to Sharing Hands, I believe the farm was called, and help them improve their garden. They're on the college. They have not college, they're at the high school. They help future farmers, students that are interested in that, have that ability to participate in that on campus. So we assisted them in taking care of their garden, plant area, farm area. And on the right, we were able to go to the beach and see the water. I served in the Navy. I haven't been able to see the ocean since I got out of the Navy in 2022, so it was a pleasant thing to be able to spend some time by the water again. So what is the Regional Summit? We were able to take the 3 students, 1 advisor. We went back in August. And what Regional Summit is, it allows us to network with the other colleges in the area that have a chapter to find their best practices that they use to strengthen their chapter, maintain their chapter, and reach any military affiliated that may have slipped through the cracks or does not feel represented. We covered many topics. The ones that I want to focus on today are going to be collaboration and member engagement. We learned good practices from other fellow institutes, which was the goal of going. We learned recruitment strategies to reach disconnected military students. We are doing a good job here at being able to reach our military-affiliated students. We're working with IR to make sure we catch everybody and make sure they have that warm welcome into the Veterans Resource Center and our Student Veterans of America chapter. We also helped our partners find some of our resources by explaining to them how we utilize Blackboard and Collaborate to allow for participation across all 5 campuses, despite not having a Veteran Resource Center at all 5 campuses. So that was a very great accomplishment on our end to be able to provide. This experience brought us back with vital information that functions for more than just military-affiliated demographics and populations on campuses. The information that we got does not just help Student Veterans of America, but other clubs on campus that are trying to reach different demographics of students to keep everybody feeling like they have that sense of belonging on campus. The next topic is going to be the Austin Roundtable that I participated in. Again, this was in October. And it was a different kind of event, one where they were looking to gather data and research to be able to take to Congress when they are in session to tell them, we have asked the veterans and the military-affiliated population what struggles they're facing, and they were able to get those numbers from us. So this was a Google-sponsored event taking place on October 7th, focused specifically on strengthening student veteran success in Texas. We focused on critical issues like basic needs and securities, credit for prior learning, and workforce transition support. I focus on those 3 because I was pleased to find out that we are already doing that here on campus with things like our Tejano Mercado, our campus closet, EPCC cares, and when it comes to prior learning, we have CLEO program and college credit for heroes. And when it comes to workforce, we work closely with OBTT and the Veterans Resource Center alongside the SVA. We like to host meetings with them to allow us to get some training for interviews and resume building for federal and civilian level jobs. El Paso Community College is already doing innovative work on campus with these things, and I was very pleased to see that. Best practices for the Austin Roundtable, like I said, we've already touched on quite a few of them, but I like to state that we are now being able to work a little bit closer with the VA on receiving different trainings that will benefit us as a student population here on campus. And a big focus for that meeting was AI. AI is coming to the forefront of a lot of things, and I was pleased to hear that, like Ohio and North Carolina University, we are now going to start using EAB system to catch those red flags early and be able to make sure that we're supporting not only the military-affiliated students on campus, but all students on campus. Next one, the last event that I've been able to most recently participate in is the Leadership Institute. So as I said, I applied with about 1,000 other students across the nation to participate in the Leadership Institute, and I was selected, and gratefully so. I really appreciate what they have been able to show me in these 3 different events that I've been able to participate in. They are truly life-changing. It was a 4-day program in October, combined structured learning, keynote speakers, professional networking, cultural events, and panel discussions with veteran leaders. I feel like the event was not only a prestigious event, but a very intense event. Although we were there to learn and network, you can see where our military bearing and professionalism came into play in the higher education world. It was very inspirational to see that there are so many young leaders out there thriving on campus within these chapters. We covered quite a few topics at the Leadership Institute, but the ones I want to focus on are personal and team core values, leadership and reputation and influence, mental mold and decision-making, leadership in the age of AI. These develop strength within leaders, not just within chapter officers. There were other people there that were not chapter officers like myself. There were people who were just members. There were people who were there that are 1 of 1, the only SVA member on their entire campus, trying to build a chapter from the floor up. So again, one of the best practices that I was able to learn from them was the system that we are already going to put in place, the EAB system. And the 8 keys to veteran success, which we were able to get put into an executive order signed by Dr. Serrata, thank you again, back in June. And what that does is it allows us to transition into our key takeaways. One of the main key takeaways is being your personal brand must authentically emulate your core values. We are a military-friendly school here, and I appreciate you all so much for showing that we are military-friendly and moving in the right directions along with all the other universities. Being that we are a community college, we are keeping up quite well, if I must say so myself. Along with that, SVA is going to be working alongside the VRC to push the 8 keys to being something as a safe place for students, looking to do something kind of like Green Zone, but 8 keys where we practice this all the time to try and avoid having to utilize that EAB system where we make sure nobody slips through the cracks and everybody is in a healthy and comfortable state of mind. Last but not least, our national convention is our next goal. Our next goal is to take 6 students and 1 advisor. Reason for that being, I am an example of what a little bit of pressure can do for a military-affiliated person on campus, the levels that it can get us to. I am thriving in my veteran community. I'm thriving in my academics and my personal life and my professional development. A few topics that they're going to be covering at the 18th annual NatCon are listed above. The ones I want to focus on are going to be the mental health, wellness, and leadership and advocacy. That is what we push for here as being represented on campus as veterans, and you all are assisting us in doing that even much more by allowing us to come and take some of your time to share the accomplishments that we've been able to have. The goals for attending are professional development, personal growth, knowledge and resources, advocacy and impact, and tangible takeaways. We do have a short video from the 17th annual NatCon. I'm not sure if IT can click on that. It's not working? Okay. In that video, it just shows a few snippets. If you see the person right there in the front, that's a VFW. They have a VFW partnership where they have people apply to participate within that. It's a fellowship. I am an LI fellowship, a Leadership Institute fellow, and they are a VFW fellow. They take them all the way to NatCon. NatCon's focus is on allowing us to network with all veterans across the nation as it is the largest gathering, and they provide us with a vital opportunity to participate in curriculum alongside other business professionals and leaders within our country and community. In conclusion, I want to bring it back to why this all matters, why I'm standing up here today, and why I'm grateful for where we're at. This chapter has given me a sense of belonging on campus, where it created not only Chapter created not only belonging for post-traditional and military-affiliated students, improving the retention and graduation rate because I was very close to dropping out when I found the Veterans Resource Center, and I'm glad they opened me with welcome arms. I'm not gonna cry. Strategic investment. Student veterans support our mission by addressing critical challenges. I was going through transition out of the military. I had just separated from my husband, and I was now a single mother for a 6-month-old. So the support that I was able to gain from the people in that room that I met that was just so welcoming, I wasn't able to make friends in class, and I'm glad I found the VRC to be able to find like-minded people who have been through like-minded things. Evidence-based. We bring back pivotal best practices, some that we're already implementing. A sustainable infrastructure. These experiences build lasting support systems. Our next step is NatCon with 6 students. And this goal is so that they might have an experience like my own. I was blessed to be able to find you all. I want to thank Dr. Serrata for assisting us in reestablishing the Veterans Resource Center alongside Dr. Smith and Dr. Mitchell. Without you 3, I would not be here where I am today. We wouldn't have a second campus location at Trans Mountain, and we wouldn't have a thriving Student Veterans of America chapter. So thank you.
On behalf of the board, thank you very much for your service. And to all you veterans in the audience, since this is the month we celebrate Veterans Day, thank you for your service. And especially you, John, being a board member is a veteran. I think you're the only one on the board.
Can I comment?
Sure.
Yeah, my name is John Uxer. I'm a veteran, so you can take my following comments under that. I want to say that I personally appreciate the administration and the leadership in providing something like this. I think the core of her presentation came up with something called, it gives us a sense of belonging. What you need to understand is this is not a club. This is an organization that represents a whole separate culture. These people come out of, as a veteran, I don't care if they were there for 5 years or in case of the Marines, 6 months, they tell you, you know, that what you do is you have just signed up for the United States government to give them your life 24/7 for every period of time. So understand that you have these people coming out that have experienced that, and they're in a total new culture. So I want to say that we need to owe them a level of respect and understanding the kinds of things that they have to go through. You do not understand the cultural change when you come out of a regimented organization that demands you be ready to die. And that sounds melodramatic, but that's what the military now is, because of the way the warfare is being planned. Be ready to die on a moment's notice. You've dedicated your life to this country for the period of time. You've made a contract, and you just sold your life and your family to the United States, okay? So I really, really appreciate the fact that we have this, and I think we just need to understand that this is a cultural organization, not a club. And I have one last request. Mr. Dwyer, I would appreciate when you come up before, you will give your rank and retired. You earned it, and that is a level of respect and leadership that needs to be recognized everywhere you go. Thank you.
Again, Judge Board, we thank you for your support on behalf of the Veteran Resource Center and all military-affiliated students here at EPCC in our community. We thank you for your support, and I really want to thank you for putting actions behind words. It means a lot. We've done a lot, but we're just getting started, so we got a lot to do. So thank you very much, and thank you for your time.
Who are you?
I'm Carl Dwyer, the director of the Veteran Resource Center.
No, you
Command
are.
Sergeant Major
Command
retired
Sergeant
Carl
Major, you
Dwyer.
bet.
I did 31 years, 3 months, and 1 day, but I wasn't counting. Sister said that, go Eagles.
You ruined it. You ruined the whole thing.
Yes, Dr. Graham.
Does the center, is it focused only on student veterans, or are we focused on all veterans in the community?
We're focused on all veterans in the community. We just had our Transfer Success Summit with UTEP, and the marketing and branding that we're trying to put out now is we want any and everyone, if you got a question about veteran service and veteran resources, come to the EPCC VRC. We do not turn anybody away. Maybe they're not a student, but we there have the knowledge and the resources and the education to get them connected to the resources that they need in the community. And what we found, Dr. Graham, is that a lot that come into the center now, they may not be students, but then they also go out, get connected to the resources, the VA, the mental health clinics, the food pantries. And then once they're back on their feet, maybe now they're ready to circle back and come back to EPCC and be a student. There's going to be an initiative that I'm going to bring forth is kind of to rebrand the VRC to the, this is still in vision format, to the MARC, the Military Affiliated Resource Center, because we want to broaden that definition of who we serve. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, I have another question. What process do you all use to communicate with people? Like, if somebody wants to contact you, what is the expectation? That you will return the call, or is there a different number that people should be trying to reach you or someone else in the center?
Yeah, that we have multiple means that they can contact us. As you heard, we have Blackboard Collaborate. We have our website. We have social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram. I think we even tweet. I'm not sure. They call into the office, email. We have one veterans resource email that's monitored by my entire staff. So if they get in touch with us through any of those means, most definitely we are going to get back with them.
So more or less, what's the turnaround time for a return call?
They can respect a return call hopefully that day, but if not that day, within the next day. And if someone has reached out and they have not gotten a call back, I would please get that information to me, have them reach out, come into the center. Again, we don't turn anybody away.
And do we have efforts where, instead of waiting for them to come to the center, where the center goes to the veterans?
Yes, ma'am. We are out in the community. Again, thanks to the board, the first thing we did was hire a veteran resource specialist. These are specialists that are educated in the community and the resources that veterans need. So we attend events like this morning. I had people at Veterans at Breakfast at American Legion Post 58 talking about EPCC. We attend the UAVO meetings. I was there last night myself personally briefing about EPCC. We go out to the posts, the legions, the chapters. We participated in the city's veteran borderplex caregiver at the Starlight. So the resource specialists that's part of their duties, is to go out and pop up and be involved in the community. Coffee with I can name them on and on, but to go out.
Are we tracking the data to see like how many you started with when you first started to maybe 6 months to a
Yes,
year?
we are tracking the data. Just transitioned to MyScio, using MyScio in the EPCs and the Veteran Resource Centers last month. Prior to that, we were using the manual QR code sign-in process. So we do have the data of since we reopened and up until now, the traffic, the encounters, not only within the centers, but when my staff goes out, we also keep track of the numbers that they encounter at these different events also. So we do have that number. I quarterly brief that information to Dr. Mitchell so that she can see what we're doing and the trends that we're seeing. I was sharing with Mr. Oxler just prior to this meeting. Last month's numbers, our first MyScio numbers, actually showed a increase in the Trans Mountain numbers, where Trans Mountain outpaced the Val Verde campus. That was a surprise to me. I don't know if that's a phenomenon. I will see this month once we run the October numbers here end of this week, but that was the goal. And I know Dean Mann would be happy to hear that. We are trying to pick up the traffic there at Fort Bliss and there at the Trans Mountain campus. We hope to do that at all campus, but we are capturing encounters, calls, and even Blackboard collaborate encounters. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for that, sir. Dr. Serrata, I'd like for us to get a report quarterly on the activities that are taking place.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr.
All right. Thank you very much.
And I'd like to remind everyone, our first campus was in Logan Heights in northeast El Paso back in the 1970s, early 70s. The U.S. government, I guess, rented it to the college for $1 a year. So we've come a long way from Logan Heights, let me tell you.
And some of us went to class over there.
Well, I wasn't one of them. I didn't come to class here till later, but I could have come here, but I didn't. And I'd also like to point out that if it wasn't for the GI Bill and all the Vietnam veterans coming back to El Paso Community College probably wouldn't have gotten the start that it did. So thank you so much to our veterans. Go ahead, Bill.
Item 1.7.2, optional presentations will be made by the presidents of the Classified Staff Association, the Professional Staff Association, the Faculty Association, and the Student Government Association.
Good evening, Chair Haggerty, members of the board, President Serrata, staff, and guests. My name is Laura Gaither, and I'm president of the Classified Staff Association. I'd like to share a few brief updates. We had our first general meeting at the ASC campus with a presentation on the evacuation procedure by Hector Padilla. Attendance was 11 members and 6 council members. Our second general meeting, held at the Rio Grande campus, had no attendees and 5 council members. Quorum was not met, so no business could be conducted. Minutes from both minutes remain unapproved, and approval will be deferred to the next general meeting on January 23rd at the Northwest campus. Our annual turkey drive is scheduled for Monday, November 24th. Throughout November, donations can be made to any CSA officer at any campus. We will accept frozen turkeys only on November 24th, and they must be dropped off by 10 a.m. at each campus. This year, we are partnering with the Winchester House Transitional Center, Pride Center, and the Isleta High School Alumni Association, who will provide full turkey dinners for 60 families in our community. The Classified Staff Association is also hosting a Christmas dance, which will be held Saturday, December 13th at the El Paso Municipal Police Officers Association Lanahan Hall. Tickets go on sale November 3rd. There will be 100 tickets available at $20 each, sold at all campus cashiers. We will be serving pozole and tamales at 10:30 p.m. We hope for a full house. Please grab your tickets early to help us make this a joyful celebration. Also, council voted to donate blankets to the blanket drive, and we were able to purchase 17 blankets to the cost. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
My crew. Good afternoon, members of the board, Mr. President, vice presidents, deans, everybody else. We had our first Senate meeting under my favorite bill of all time, SB 37, and it started out. It went pretty good. We still had a couple kinks to work out, but we met over in the B building. I asked as many members of the Senate as could to attend today's meeting and introduce themselves. So if you would introduce yourselves and who you represent, you all know me. Well, I hope you all know me. Okay.
I don't think so.
What? Okay. I'm Dr. Albert Burnham, professor of history and president of the Faculty Association. I've been at the college now. This is my 22nd year at the college. So, yeah. And it's the greatest job I've ever had.
Mr. President, members of the board, distinguished guests, my name's Wayne Diggs. I am the Assistant Professor for Business at the Rio Grande campus, and I am a returning Senate member.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having us. My name is Dr. Jean Morales. I am a assistant professor of history at the Mission campus, and I am a returning senator too, right?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adriana Sigala. I'm an assistant professor of government at Valle Verde. Been an adjunct since 2016, but full-time at EPCC for 3 years now, and I just love it here. I love everything you guys do. I love the support the college gives to our students. So I'm glad to be here, and it's my first time serving as a senator.
Hi, good evening, everybody. I want to take the opportunity to thank Dr. Serrata, the board, VP Smith, for supporting shared governments and allowing voting to have the reforming of the Faculty Senate into essentially basically what it was before Senate Bill 27. We appreciate that very much. And I want to thank you for your past support and hopefully for your continued support for the dedicated and passionate adjunct faculty that EPCC is blessed to have. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Rene Castañeda. I'm music instructor at Northwest Campus, and I proudly serve as adjunct senator at large at Northwest. So thank you.
My name is Tim Watkins. I'm the at-large senator for Trans Mountain Campus, where I teach speech.
Hello, my name's Rubén Carrizales. I guess newly appointed to be in the Senate from the Rio Grande campus, assistant professor of mathematics.
Hello, my name is Cleo Arevalo. I am an assistant professor of art at the Trans Mountain campus, and I am the president-elect faculty senator for the TM campus.
Good afternoon. My name is Rose Lucero. I'm the program coordinator and the full-time faculty for the Mighty Travel and Tourism and Hospitality program here at EPCC. Thank you so much.
Wow. Good afternoon, Dr. Serrata, board members. My name is Daniel Parada. I'm out of Rio Grande campus, part of the nursing program. My first year as coordinator, and I think I just finally found my place. Thank you so much.
We have about 40 total members of the Senate, so as many that could attend did. I'd also like to thank you for passing that resolution you did, reestablishing the Faculty Senate, and your great support for the Faculty Senate. Our next meeting will be November 17th, Monday at 3:30 p.m. in this very room. And it will be broadcast worldwide as per that lovely SB 37. So thank you, folks. Appreciate it. Thanks, all you senators, for coming. And yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Section 1.8, Communications. Item 1.8.1, Discussion and Review regarding data, statistics, policies, and general information related to El Paso Community College by the Board of Trustees. This month, the Veterans Resource Center was the discussion, and that was covered under item 1.7.1. Section 1.9, Board of Trustees Business. Items 1.9.1 through 1.9.4 will be discussed after executive session. Section 1.10, Board Reports. Item 1.10.1, Treasurer's Report, there is none. Item 1.10.2, President's Report. Item 1.10.2.1, Dr. William Serrata, College President, will update the Board of Trustees and audience on recent events that have transpired at El Paso Community College.
Good evening, Chair Haggerty, members of the board. I'd like to begin my report by thanking the faculty and staff for their exceptional work and unwavering dedication to our students' success. Their commitment continues to earn El Paso Community College national recognition. Most recently, the college was ranked 5th in the nation in Washington Monthly's list of America's best Hispanic-serving colleges. Developed in collaboration with Excelencia in Education, this recognition highlights EPCC's focus on access and social mobility. I also want to thank our Board of Trustees for their strong leadership and continued support, which make achievements like this possible and ensure our students and community continue to thrive. Veteran Voices program, hosted by the EPCC Veterans Resource Center, under the leadership of Dr. Mitchell and Mr. Dwyer. As you heard earlier from Mr. Dwyer, they will be having 5 programs. They began on Thursday, October the 17th at 6 p.m. We had a Veteran Voices program here at the ASC. The second one, God bless you, Judge. Second one was on October the 23rd at the Trans Mountain campus. The third was this past Saturday at the Valle Verde campus. There's still 2 left. The fourth program will be on Thursday, November the 7th at 6 p.m. here at the ASC, here in Building A in this very room. And the final one will be held on Wednesday, November 13th, again, 6 p.m. here in the Administrative Services Center. This is in collaboration with Humanities Texas. I serve on the Humanities Texas Board, and they asked if we'd be willing to host a Veteran Voices program. I asked Dr. Mitchell, and she immediately said yes, as did Mr. Dwyer. So we're thrilled to be a part of that program. The Language Institute continues to foster community and language skills through its lunch and chat sessions held every Tuesday and Thursday, where students practice English while discussing current topics and learning about EPCC and the surrounding community. On September 13th, the Institute participated in the Father-Son Conference at Eastlake High School, engaging with about 75 students and their families. Today, the Institute celebrates its 10th annual Language Institute Day at Americana Village, with students honoring their heritage by raising their country's flags and wearing traditional attire. Congratulations to Professor Jorge Gomez, Yasmin Ramirez, and Margie Nelson Rodriguez, selected as EPCC's first ever Great Questions Foundation faculty fellows, only one of 6 teams nationwide. Their work will advance humanities teaching and may qualify for up to $50,000 in curriculum redesign grants. The City of Sunland Park, the University of Texas at El Paso, and El Paso Community College's Art and Philosophy departments have joined forces to present Rayanari, a light-based art festival. EPCC's primary points of contact for this event are Dr. Manuela Gomez and Professor Aron Alvarez. The name Rayanari, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing, is derived from the Raramuri language meaning sun, a powerful symbol of life, creativity, and energy. This free 2-day festival celebrates the vibrant culture landscape of the borderlands, showcasing the work of regional artists whose installations and performances explore and reflect on the border experience. As part of this collaboration, 10 EPCC philosophy students and faculty members have been selected to actively participate in the festival, contributing their unique perspectives to this dynamic celebration of art, culture, and community. Rayanari is the region's largest light festival, inviting people of all ages to immerse themselves in a luminous and thought-provoking environment. The event will take place on Saturday, November 14th and Sunday, November 15th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Sunland Park Sports Complex. Our emergency medical services and medical assisting programs completed their annual flu vaccination campaign, administering 1,150 free vaccines, a 15% increase from last year, thanks to a partnership with the City of El Paso Department of Public Health. This collaborative effort supports public health and provides students in the programs with hands-on experience. Kudos to everyone involved for making this campaign a success. Thanks for the shot not hurting too much. The Fall 2025 Massage-a-thon, hosted by the Physical Therapists Assisting Program, was a tremendous success. Held at the Rio Grande campus in the PTA lab, the event featured over 12 dedicated student participants who provided therapeutic massage sessions to community members, supervised by Dr. Stephen Moroga, program coordinator, and Ms. Kristen Hernandez, faculty. The Massage-a-thon served as a valuable outreach initiative and critical learning experience. Students could apply their classroom knowledge in a supervised real-world setting, gaining hands-on clinical experience that enhanced their confidence, communication skills, and client-centered care techniques. The event received overwhelmingly positive feedback from attendees and raised awareness of the PTA program. Most importantly, it reinforced the importance of experiential learning in developing well-rounded, practice-ready physical therapist assistants. We're excited to build on this momentum in future events. Thanks to everyone who helped make this initiative a resounding success. San Elizario Independent School District has been honored with the Outstanding College Pathway Initiative Award by the Mexican American School Board Association, or MASBI, for its dual credit patient care technician program in partnership with El Paso Community College. This recognition highlights the strong collaboration between SEISD and EPCC in expanding college and career opportunities for students in a rural community. The initiative successfully brought a comprehensive healthcare program directly to San Elizario high school seniors, providing academic hands-on training. In May 2025, EPC celebrated the first graduating cohort of 9 PCT students, all of whom achieved 100% program completion and licensure in 4 industry-recognized certifications: Certified Nursing Assistant, Phlebotomy Technician, Electrocardiogram Technician, and Patient Care Technician. Additionally, all 9 students earned the EPCC Level 1 Certificate in Patient Care Technician and participated in the college's Spring 2025 commencement ceremony. Throughout the academic year, SEISD provided transportation for students to attend classes and clinical rotations at EPCC's Mission del Paso campus, Rio Grande campus, and various clinical sites. EPCC faculty delivered all instruction and facilitated access to college resources and facilities, ensuring students were fully immersed in a collegiate learning environment. This award underscores the success of SEISD and EPCC's shared commitment to educational innovation and workforce readiness, preparing students for immediate employment and continued higher education in the healthcare field. The Dental Hygiene Program, in partnership with Texas Tech University Health Science Center, launched the Smiles in Sync initiative to expand access to dental care and strengthen interdisciplinary learning. The goal of Smiles in Sync was to enhance access to comprehensive dental care while fostering interdisciplinary collaboration between our dental students. Both programs work to reduce oral health disparities in the El Paso community by synchronizing preventative and restorative efforts. I'm proud to share that our EPCC's men's and women's cross-country teams had an outstanding showing at the NJCAA Region 5 Championships held on October the 25th in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our women's team finished second overall, led by Tati McVuka, who placed 4th with strong finishes from Antonia Renault and Faith Rotich as well. The men's team came in 7th, led by Julian Guerra, Brian Hernandez, and Aiden Lugo. Both teams have qualified for the NJCAA National Championships and Half Marathons Nationals, which will take place in Fort Dodge, Iowa. That's scheduled for early November. Congratulations to Coach Hinojosa and the student athletes for their outstanding performance. We're proud of their hard work and wish them the best at Nationals. The Contract Opportunities Center hosted the 16th Annual Veterans Business Conference, connecting hundreds of veteran and non-veteran-owned businesses with government and prime contractors. Associate Vice President Blaine Primizic highlighted the conference's role in supporting small business growth, while U.S. Congresswoman Veronica Escobar commented on EPCC's efforts to empower veteran entrepreneurs and drive economic development. Kudos to AVP Primizic, Director Pablo Armendariz, and their teams for another successful event that promotes small business growth and honors our veterans. Congratulations to Dr. Christian Servin for being selected as one of only 11 fellows in the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board's Open Educational Resources in Texas 2025-26 Fellowship Cohort. This prestigious statewide initiative supports the development of high-impact open educational resources to expand access, affordability, and innovation across Texas higher education. During the one-year fellowship, Dr. Servin will lead a capstone project entitled OER Computing Guide from Industry to the Classroom in Computing Education. It's aimed at aligning computing education with workforce needs and policy frameworks such as Texas House Bill 8, the 2030 Border Plan, and the ACM curricular guidelines. Dr. Savine expressed gratitude to the coordinating board's leadership for advancing OER statewide and acknowledged EPCC Vice President Dr. Stephen Smith and others for their continued support of faculty innovations. Congratulations to Dr. Savine for this well-deserved recognition and for representing EPCC's leadership in instructional excellence and innovation at the state level. Chair Haggerty, that concludes my report. I am happy to respond to any question that the board may have.
Anybody have any questions for Dr. Saranta? No. Thank you, Doctor.
Yes, sir.
Item 1.11, consent docket, there is none. Section 2, administration, there is none. Section 3, personnel. Item 3.1, information items, institutionally, externally funded full-time staff appointments, extensions, educational advancements, resignations, and retirements. No action is required. Item 3.2, tenure track faculty appointments and new tenured faculty.
Move to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second. Second.
Any discussion? Call a question, Bill.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Nájera.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Section 4, financial services, there is none. Section 5, physical facilities, none. Section 6, curriculum and instruction. Item 6.1, discussion and action on the acceptance of the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, THECB Carl D. Perkins Basic Grant in the amount of $867,016.
Move to approve 6.1 and 6.2. Second.
Item 6.2, discussion and action on the acceptance of a grant from the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board in the amount of $259,628.
Any discussion? Did they just give these out, Dr. Smith, or do we have to apply for these grants?
Chair Haggerty, members of the board. So the Carl Perkins money is an annual allocation we've received from the state based on the number of career and technical education students we have enrolled, geared primarily towards supplying equipment, tutoring services, software, other supply money for students in those programs. That's not something we apply for necessarily and get, and we just get it based on the head count for CTE programs. The other Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board grant, you'll see a couple of other grants on here. Dr. Hajar has done a fantastic job with her team addressing the statewide critical shortage in clinical placements for faculty, including training and support in the form of monetary compensation, addressing the pay gap between what faculty here get for clinical duties compared to those that they might receive out in industry. So well-deserved recognition for Dr. Hajar and her team, as well as our grants management team.
Thank you. Thank you. Call a question, Bill.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Nájera.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Item 6.3, discussion and action on the acceptance of a grant from the Texas Workforce Commission, TWC, in the amount of $100,333.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? Call a question.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Nájera.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Item 6.4, discussion and action on the approval of the new AAS in biotechnology and a Level 1 and Level 2 certificate in biotechnology in the amount of $250,000.
Move to approve 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, 6.7. Second.
Item 6.5, discussion and action on the approval of a new academic program in retail pharmacy technician in the amount of $33,701. Item 6.6, discussion and action on the approval of a new academic occupational skills award, OSA, for anesthesia technician in the amount of $20,900. Item 6.7, discussion and action on the approval of a new academic institutional credential leading to licensure or certification, ICLC, in computed tomography, CT technologist, in the amount of $12,123.
Chair,
I assume this is because of the bill number 8.
It is, Chair Haggerty. I want to commend Dr. Smith and his team in instruction and workforce education for developing programs that are going to be advantageous to the student, that are needed in our community, and that the college will be rewarded based on House Bill 8 on. So thank you to Dr. Smith and the deans and all of the folks that worked on these respective programs.
Dr. Serrata, if I might, it takes a village for this kind of thing. Certainly the faculty and coordinators developing the program deserve a lot of credit, but also our student services partners, IT partners, cabinet officers, especially Dr. Penley and her team for keeping us straight as far as getting approvals from the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board where necessary, and SAC-COC as well where necessary.
I have a question, Dr. Smith. What is the total amount of students for each one of these at a time?
Each one would, the capacity would be a little bit different for each one of these. I can get you those figures, you know, the estimated student population and cost-benefit analysis for implementing the programs.
I mean, are some of them going to be just like, they seem like they're pretty intense.
Yeah, I think the biotech program especially is going to flourish quite well. Some of the health occupations ones will be limited in student population because there are accrediting agency requirements for instructor-student ratios, et cetera, like our 2-year and 1-year degrees and certificates are.
Are we gonna run into any problems with when they have to go do their practicum somewhere and the hospitals don't have capacity, or are these programs that we have everything they need within the college?
So the good news on these programs and all the other programs, you approved a few of them at the last meeting. I'm sure there's more in the queue ready to come. All of these have been vetted and approved by our advisory committees, which are principally staffed by practitioners in the field. So our clinical site practitioners and things are on those committees. We don't anticipate any problems. In fact, for some of these programs, especially anesthesia tech, et cetera, they really need these students in those clinical experiences. So we're pretty hopeful that we're not going to see any issues placing students for those experiences.
Good job.
Any other question? Call the question, Bill.
Mr. Exter.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Nájera.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Item 6.8, discussion and action on the approval of a new academic institutional credential leading to licensure or certification, ICLC, in magnetic resonance imaging, MRI technologist, in the amount of $12,123.
Move to approve 6.8, 6.9, 6.10, 6.11.
Second.
Any discussion?
I will read item 6.9, discussion and action on the approval of a new academic institutional credential leading to licensure or certification, ICLC, in mammography technologist, in the amount of $12,123. Item 6.10, discussion and action on the approval of the restated and amended Fabens High School P-TECH interlocal agreement. Item 6.11, discussion and action on the approval of the restated and amended San Elizario Early College High School interlocal agreement.
Any questions?
Yeah, real quick, the reason restating is it just a small technical change in the interlocal agreement? I mean, is there any significant reason why we're redoing them?
Go ahead, Dr. Smith.
Mr. Exer, we periodically are mandated to revisit and renew these agreements. There are very minor changes since we saw these the last time they came up. Some examples of things that changed: we now have more formal curricular alignment, crosswalk, if you will, of the courses that count. We also have marketing agreements and branding agreements with the schools that we're entering these partnerships with.
No major actions really needed for this concern.
No, sir.
We don't have to, we don't owe anybody any money.
That's correct, sir.
Okay.
I have a question, Dr. Smith. Having a few MRIs lately, do we have a machine on the second floor of Rio Grande?
We have a number of X-ray and equipment for imaging. I will defer to Dr. Hajar if we actually have an MRI machine or not.
Can you come up to the microphone? I'm a little deaf. I'd like to see all you deans come a little closer. I can't see you all in the back. I need to get to know you better. I got to meet this young lady at an interview, and I didn't know we had such talent here at the college.
Thank you, Chair. So the MRI tech, the CT tech, and the breast mammogram tech are all going to be skills and certificates completed at the hospitals and the clinics. So the already registered X-ray techs that we graduate will complete these optional certificates at their place of work. So we already work with them clinically, so there is not going to be a cost for us to purchase any equipment.
I understand they're quite expensive.
There is, yes. But each graduate receiving that additional skill will add their pay per hour by $9 minimum. So it's good for them.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Hajar.
All right, very good. Call the question, Bill.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Naheda.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Section 7, Student Services. Item 7.1, discussion and action on the approval of a contract to the University of Texas at El Paso, UTEP, Office of Special Events, for the use of the Don Haskins Center for commencement ceremonies for the fiscal year 2025-2026 in an amount not to exceed $160,000.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion?
Is that the best rate we can get? We could almost build one ourselves.
Right. No way.
I don't think so. Any other
That way
questions?
We could rent out rooms to the football team too, baseball team, I mean.
Soccer team.
Call the question, Bill.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Naheda.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Item 7.2, discussion and action on the approval of continuing education CE tuition rates for new courses.
Move to approve. Second. Second.
Any discussion? Call the question?
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Naheda.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Section 8, community services. There is none. Would the board like to go into executive session?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Item 1.3, executive and closed session. The Board of Trustees may conduct an executive or closed session pursuant to Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code for one or more of the following reasons. 1, consultation with its attorney to seek or receive legal advice or consultation regarding pending or contemplated litigation or for any purpose authorized by law. 2, discussion about the value or transfer of real property. 3, discussion about a prospective gift or donation. 4, consideration of specific personnel matters. 5, discussion about security, personnel, or devices. Or 6, discussion of certain economic development matters. The board may also announce that it will go into executive session on any item listed on this agenda if the subject matter is permitted for a closed session by provisions of Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code. Any vote regarding these items shall be taken in open session. Item 1.3.1, discussion with legal counsel regarding Texas Senate Bill 2972, 89th Legislative Regular Session 2025, pursuant to Section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code. Item 1.3.2, discussion with legal counsel regarding Texas Senate Bill 412, 89th Legislative Regular Session, 2025, pursuant to Section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code. Item 1.3.3, discussion with legal counsel regarding the proposed contract termination of an employee in the Division of Instruction and Workforce Education pursuant to Section 551.074 of the Texas Government Code. Item 1.3.4, discussion with legal counsel regarding the sale and license negotiation of certain real property adjacent to the Mission del Paso campus to the County of El Paso pursuant to Section 551.072 of the Texas Government Code. Item 1.3.5, discussion with legal counsel regarding negotiation of a ground lease agreement with Canutillo ISD regarding EPCC Northwest Campus pursuant to Section 551.072 of the Texas Government Code. The time is now 5:39 and the board is in executive session.
We're out of executive session, and we have a few finishing board items. They'll read 1.9.1.
Yes, sir. Discussion and take possible action regarding Texas Senate Bill 2972, 89th Legislative Regular Session, 2025.
I believe there's no action taken. 1.9.2.
Discussion and take possible action regarding Texas Senate Bill 412, 89th Legislative Regular Session, 2025.
No action taken. 1.9.3.
Discussion and take possible action regarding proposed contract termination of employee in the Division of Instruction and Workforce Education.
Do I have a motion?
I move to approve the termination of the one-year term contract of Adrian Acuna for good cause, and that college president, Dr. Serrata, be authorized to give such notice to the employee at the appropriate time.
Second.
Any discussion? Call a question, Bill.
Mr. Uxer.
Yes, approved.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Nájera.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Aye.
Item 1.9.4, discussion and action to authorize Dr. William Serrata or his designee to execute the unimproved property real estate contract promissory? Sorry. Note, deed of trust, special warranty deed, license and access agreement, and any other related documents with the County of El Paso regarding real property adjacent to the EPCC Mission del Paso campus.
I have a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the question, Bill.
Mr. Uxer.
Aye.
Mrs. Robles.
Aye.
Ms. Nájera.
Aye.
Mr. Mendez.
Aye.
Mrs. Moy.
Aye.
Dr. Graham.
Aye.
Mr. Haggerty.
Yes, thank God.
You sure?
Okay, and I'd like to also mention that there will be no board meeting in the month of November, but our next board meeting will be on December 2nd.
Special one.
We don't have to announce that.
Okay.
So next board meeting will be December 2nd at 4:30 right here in River City, right here.
River City.
And we are adjourned.
6:57 p.m.